Hello everyone, welcome to the fifth video by the community. In this video, we'll be talking about input functions and how they are to be used in our program. And after that, we'll be talking about all the different kinds of operators that the C programming language has to offer and how they are to be used in the program. But before that, if you remember, in the previous video, we talked about variable, constants, data types, keywords, and identifiers. Now what I want you to do is write a program that prints an output which is similar to the one which you are seeing on your screen. Let me give you some hints. Name, your blood group, your address and your parent's name will come under character array. So you have to use a character array for all these. And then for things like contact number and age, you have to make use of integer variable. And since our contact number is a 10-digit number, so for this one you make use of long integer data type. Having said that, in order to bring out these spaces, make use of escape sequence or escape characters like /t, and to go from one line to another line, make use of /n. That's all I have to say. Happy coding. Let us now discuss the first topic of this video, and that is input function. Well, the input function in C programming goes by the name of scanf. And what are they used for? They are used to accept set of values from the user, and the user type these values from the keyboard. The second point says that the function definition of scanf is present inside the header file stdio.h, just like our printf function. If you analyze the syntax of the scanf function, you'll see that this scanf function accepts two parameters, and these are these two parameters separated by a comma. Now the first parameter is something known as a format specifier, which tells the compiler that what kind of values it can expect from the user depending on the data type of the variable. So if the data type of the variable is an integer, we make use of %d. Similarly, if the data type of the variable is a string, then we make use of %s, and if it is a double data type, then we make use of %d. Also pay close attention to how the format specifier is within the double quotation marks. Having said that, let us now look at the scanf function in action. As you can see that this is a very simple program which prints the age, and since the age is of integer data type, we have declared it over here and we have initialized it with a value of 16. But what if we don't want to initialize this value over here, and rather we want to take it as an input from the user? In that case, we make use of something known as the scanf function. So what I have done is that I have rewritten the program where out here I have just declared a variable by the name age, which is of integer data type, and then by making use of printf function, I have prompted a message saying enter the age, and then I have made use of the scanf function whose function definition is present inside the stdio.h header file, and then I have passed two parameters to this scanf function. The first one is your format specifier, and the second one is the address of your variable. Your ampersand symbol along with the name of the variable will give you the address for your variable. Now since our age is of integer data type, I have made use of %d as the format specifier. Now what this line does is that it takes input from the user and store it in your variable age. And then I've just made use of a printf function again with a message saying the age is, and then I've passed the value inside of this age. Now when I execute this program, the output of the program looks somewhat like this, where on prompting of the message enter the age, I entered the age as 16, and then the next printf statement prints the age. Now let us try another problem where instead of taking an integer as an input, we'll take string of characters or a combination of character as input and then print the input with the help of the printf function. In this program, as you can see, I want to print the name. Now since name is always a string of characters, what I do is I first declare name variable as a character array which is of size 20. Now what this 20 means is that this name variable can store up to 20 characters. After that, I make use of printf function to prompt a message saying enter the name, and then I make use of scanf function to store the name. Pay close attention to this format specifier. I've made use of %s since we are dealing with character array, and then I've passed the address of the variable, and in the next line I print a message saying the name is with the value of the name going to this. Now since I'm making use of an online compiler, I have to provide the input through this tab. Now once I have provided the input, I go and execute it. On successful execution, I get an output which looks somewhat like this, and the value which I have provided here goes and get printed via the printf function.